Hello everybody, my name is Will and welcome back to Sprocket. Today, I'm just coming off the other end of a COVID infection, which has absolutely killed my lungs the last few days. So, we're not going to be doing anything too heavy today as I am still thoroughly exhausted from recovering. However, a couple of videos recently have featured the railgun. The railgun, and a lot of you have asked, how do I do it, how do I get it to work? So today I thought I'd just answer those questions and would do something a little bit fun that I can just get out quickly, which hopefully won't kill me. So this is going to be a little bit of a lower effort video than usual. However, we're hopefully going to still have a little bit of fun with this and put it on a couple of tanks. So if you want the files for this gun, that's the quickest and easiest way that I can explain how to get it. Join my Discord in the description below, go to the tank repository, there will be a file for the blueprint of the railgun that you can put on anything you want, and you can then put it in anything you want, and I'm going to show you exactly how that works. So once you put it in the appropriate folder, which is going to be in your documents, my games, Sprocket, your faction, blueprints, cannons, need to go in, select the cannon on your tank, open up the load, pick this one here, the 29mm with a lot of penetration, and load it in, and there you go. You have a railgun. Now, the obvious downside of this ammo is, as you can see, it's huge. You've got to fit this in your tank somehow, and it can be a challenge. So in this thing, for instance, it's going to be extremely difficult to actually fit this shell into your tank. So one way we can actually get around that, as they won't fit in this tank, is, as you can see, at the moment these have no chance of fitting. If we just save this under a different name, now I've already done this, so I'm going to have to overwrite it, but I've just added a 2 to the end. If I just save that under this new name and then load it in, you can see it won't work. If I leave to the main menu, come back to the sandbox, and now we have the same tank loaded automatically, and it works. So you can actually still use this tank, even if the ammo racks don't fit, which is what we're going to be using today to put these ammo racks in some teeny tiny little tanks. But this thing, does quite a lot of damage, and more importantly, has quite a lot of recoil. Like if we load in one of these things, boop, just a nice smooth 741,000mm of penetration. So, last episode we made this light tank, and this episode we're just going to put a railgun on it, and we're just going to have a go and shoot some things with a railgun, because why not? This is ridiculously long. We're going to bring it down to a more reasonable length like that. That will hurt our penetration slightly, but that's no particular worry. I'm going to save this as the Z variant of the same tank, and then hopefully we should actually be able to use this if we reload our sandbox here. And there we go, and this should be ridiculously likely to flip over when it fires. It's not quite, it doesn't quite look right, does it? Alright, fields it is here, and we've got 9 of these little railgun light tanks, and hopefully these are going to be capable enough to win this, even, well, they were pretty damn good without the railgun, so they should be even better with the railgun. You'd think. One thing that is actually worse about this is the reload is now about 10 seconds. With the original gun, it was only about 6 seconds, so we are firing slower. So in some ways, this is actually worse than the old version. Maybe slapping a railgun on it isn't the way to improve it, but I doubt it. Alright, light tanks up on this hill here. We're going to have to be pretty quick at taking them out if we don't want to get shot in return. And he is dead. It didn't actually give us a kill, but that's because our shell hit him. Did so much overpenetration that it didn't really damage him, and then the bouncing of him getting hit by the shell bounced him so hard into the ground that he died. And there we go. We actually got credited for that kill. We are getting absolutely whooped right now. I'm assuming the AI is incapable of firing this gun, presumably because it breaks all of the laws of Sprocket, but that's fine. We can deal with that. Unfortunately, it's going to be extremely hard to deal with it once the heavy tanks spawn in, but that's something we're going to have to deal with when we get there. For now, we got a couple of halibars to shoot up, and I'm really wishing I had a slightly faster reload than 10 seconds, because that is very slow when you're in a light tank like this. Those two guys are both pushing up on me here. I want to get a little bit of distance between me and them, but also not horrifically expose myself like I am right now. There we go. He has just given me plenty of chance to get him, and this guy seems to be doing the same thing. I just want to position myself so he isn't going to get a chance to kill me. That's an auto ricochet. Oh my goodness me, that's a little bit too close for comfort. Okay, right. There you go. So, 6 heavy tanks that we need to kill without getting shot at, preferably, because we have no armor at all. Okay, we got a panther over there. We don't want to lead at all. We just want to fire. And oh, we bounced. You can't. You're killing me right now. There's no way I bounced. Come on. Right, here we go. Boom. There we go. That is more like it. I don't think bouncing should happen too often with this gun. I'm just gonna go on a limb and say the penetration's quite good. Not quite the best we've ever had with this railgun. The best we had was over 1 million, but you know, 3/4 of the way there. Not too shabby. There's another one down there. Let's just let the gun stabilize, and we've bounced again. How does this keep happening? Come on. This is less reliable than if I had like a 76mm. There we go. Goodness me. Okay, there's one in that ravine down there. Hi, bud. There we go. He's been dealt with. That leaves 2 enemy tanks left to deal with. Where are they is the important question. Okay, there's one up on the hill there. In a second, I imagine they'll be cresting it. There we go. And if I just take my time, never mind. Somehow it's still bounced. How are we bouncing? Like, I'm assuming... No! Oh, for goodness... No! Alright, since we're not sticking to any rules, I've added a separate loader here. I'm assuming that what's happening is we are just, like, hitting the auto ricochet because the caliber of the gun is so low that the game's just like, nah, that's always gonna ricochet. When, you know, in reality, us even hitting them should probably just disintegrate them from existence. But you know what? It's fine. We just needed a quicker reload, and that's what we got now. Only the 4 light tanks this time. Even if my AI can't fire, hopefully I can kill these 4 quicker because of the reload and actually deal with the heavy tanks with the assistance of distractions. If they can't fire, that would be the best possible hope. And you, sir, are not paying enough attention to your surroundings. We need to take these guys out as quickly as possible, so I am putting myself in harm's way here. On purpose, just to make sure that they are gone. There we go. And that leaves one more who was on the other side of this hill here. I can see him, but I don't think I'm going to be able to shoot him. No, he's just too low. And I don't think he's going to show himself again until we're on the other side of the hill here. That's not good. He's probably going to take out at least one of my AI tanks here, which we don't want, unless, there we go, he shows himself at the worst possible moment, like that. And, yeah, my AI is still not firing, so, yeah, I mean, I'm not hugely surprised, I can't lie. This is a little bit outside the realms of what Sprocket was meant to be, but that's fine. Tiger 1s this time as well, which, don't have any angling on their armors, which if the angling was the thing that was doing it, that may prove... No, that's also bounced. This is interesting. Okay, take 2. No. Still no penetration? Come on. Surely. Surely. There we go. Maybe we're just hitting really trolly surfaces, and I'm just a terrible, terrible aim. But, you know, whatever. That has gone better. First time that time. And that leaves 4 more. There's one on the hill. We'll take him out. 2 on the hill. There's 1. This is a bit of a turkey shoot, I can't lie. There's another one. Leaving 2 left. I saw one over there. There he is. We're just going to have to wait for him to show himself again. Last one. No clue. There he is. Hi, bud. I mean, you're not the last one. Oh. You don't know how lucky you are. Honestly, you don't know how lucky you are, Tiger. There we go. One more, somewhere. And I think I see his turret. I think he is also gonna crest that hill any moment now. Can we go through the turret cheek? Yep. Obviously, no thanks to my allies, we have succeeded here. Which goes to show, railguns aren't necessarily always an upgrade on your tanks. Is there a tank that's even lighter than this we can put a railgun on? Maybe. Okay, so a little while ago we made this, which is a 1mm armed version of the little tiny tankette we made a long time ago now. This thing, if I load in a M141 there, hasn't got anywhere near as much penetration as the railgun, but as you can see, it's still got quite a lot. So if we aim well, boom, no problem. What if, instead of this 1mm, we had the 29mm? And now we have it with the 29mm railgun, and it's an interesting look, I've got to admit, and the mobility isn't exactly spectacular. However, if I load in this AC, yep, that's 400,000 millimeters of penetration. I don't understand, number one, how we're bouncing him, and number two, how that didn't kill him. Oh, he just died. Clearly I set fire to his engine. I think this tank is fully combat ready for defense. We got 17 of them. None of my AI are probably gonna fire, but we need to kill only 5 tanks, and we have plenty of railgun rounds with their name on it. Oh man, this little tankette is so ridiculous. It's so slow. I think I can hear my AI firing. I think they're actually firing the cannons on this thing. How can they use this? How does the AI know what to do with this? Okay, oh my goodness me. Right, they are absolutely mincing the AI. There's only 2 of them left, and I've missed my shot. Oh, and now that one that I was aiming at is dead. That leaves just 1 tank already. I've barely climbed the hill, guys. You gotta give me a chance. Goodness me, turns out, railgun tractor, startlingly effective. And I see the last guy. He's over this hill. Come on, buddy. I am coming for you at a rate. Yep, I'm just going to leave it there. It's at a rate. There we go. King Tiger didn't even stand a chance versus 320,000 millimeters of penetration on this. So, yeah. If you enjoyed this one, sorry it was a little bit short and a little bit impromptu, but I am really not feeling great. So if you enjoyed this one, please leave a like, comment, and or subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the future for more insane stuff like this, and more slightly more sane stuff too, because sometimes we do that. And as always, a huge thank you to this channel's patrons: Ambroise, Camjam135, Cody Yen, DJ Pete, Skavunga, Masino29, Sad Cat, Just a Casualty 671, Last Legend 11, Mark, Marlon Guacan, Mardly Invested, Nicholas K, Rolsers Bucken, Ryan Brody, the Kinesian Emperor, Worth Sickle, Zerasheim, and Zeit Wolverine. Thank you so much for your support.